Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage for the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Here we go. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, I slept. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Well, no. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, I'm tired of this shit. Tired of it. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, it's the detox. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Said I would never do it again. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. I'm so tired of this shit. No.
Hey there. Welcome to the Overcomers of Relapse podcast. I am D, your host. This is episode 7 of season 4 of my podcast. So welcome to all listeners out there. It is great to share this experience with you. I just want to put this out there right from the beginning. This podcast is not only pertaining to relapse, far as drugs, alcohol, or any other addictions. We are open to all topics. However, our main topic is why do we have addictive behaviors and how can we overcome them? On episode 7 of season 4, I would like to use for a topic, I do. I do. Now, anyone who has ever been married or in a serious relationship knows this statement very well. I do. From my experiences. Normally, on your wedding day, when you are exchanging vows, the clergyman will ask you a series of questions that you vow to the person that you are planning on spending the rest of your life with. Like, do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and obey till the day you die? Well, okay, let's exclude the last one, obey. At least in the marriage ceremony to others, those are the questions you will be asked. Anyway, our answers are usually, I do. Well, I have a question to us all. What if we do the same for our own individual selves? What I mean is, in my opinion, this should start with ourselves before we connect or promise these statements to anyone else, especially recovering addicts. Just listen carefully to the promises you would be making to ourselves. Let's start with love. My recovering and sober friends, this is where it all starts. Loving ourselves. I personally do not care what you have done in the past or what you will do in the future. You must learn to love and forgive yourself and move on. Keep in mind, we are all under the same sun and will be under the same earth one day. No one is greater or smaller than the other person. My personal experiences of relapses have taught me this. Understanding your value and your importance to yourself and to others make the difference in the big picture of you. Look, if all you see when you look in the mirror is a hot mess, this is your personal perception of yourself and what you will present to others. We all are uniquely and wonderfully made and have great value and purpose to offer to ourselves, friends, family members, and society. My friend, you owe no one the sacrifice of not being who you are. We all as people only have to give and accept forgiveness to be free and loved by others and ourselves. Period. Love yourself. I do. Myself and all mankind. Not because I am blinded and refuse to accept the reality of my mistakes and mistakes of others, but it is because promising to love yourself opens the door to healing and restoration, no matter what the mistake may have been or will be. As long as you have the capacity to forgive and move on, then you will always have the ability to push that reset button on life and rebuild, simply because you made that promise to yourself. I do. Okay, let's look at honor. Now, I know a lot of us recovery addicts have this question. Honor myself? You just don't know the things I have done. Well, this is just my personal opinion. I don't have to. I don't need to know all the mistakes you have made to honor you. You still deserve to be honored. And the reason I say this is for this obvious reasons. Recovering addicts and sobers are so busy noticing their shameful and embarrassing behaviors of the past. And I am sure as long as you are breathing, we will make some more bad choices again on how we treat ourselves and others. Instead of giving ourselves credit for our noble supporting of others, forgiving of ourselves and others, and loving ourselves and others. Yes, my friend, you deserve to be honored at whatever level you consider yourself at in life at this moment. Because this moment you're living in is not your whole story. It is just a moment in your story. And I am sure throughout your lifetime, you have shown above honored acts, as I have mentioned above. This is my personal opinion. I am saying this. I honor myself and I honor you. Yes, I do. Let's look at cherish. Cherish, my friends, recovery addicts or sobers. If you cannot find nothing about yourself to cherish, you are in trouble. Let's look at the definition of cherish. The term cherish means to adore, love, consider as a treasure, a prize, or to entertain the mind with positive experiences of the past and future thoughts. Treasuring yourself and others play a significant role in our being. And if we don't have it for ourselves, it is almost impossible for you to really cherish anyone or anything else. Now, you may say, well, I don't cherish nothing about me, but I do have happy times and thoughts. And and for others, for my friends and just associates. In my opinion, this kind of act of cherishing is tainted. Cherishing starts with you and not the fixation on memories of others. Sure, you may have great memories, but what role did you play in them? See, you have to believe that you deserve to be cherished simply because you exist. You're in existence. You owe it to yourself to believe that you deserve to be adored, loved, considered as a treasure, and as a prize to others. I think this of myself, and guess what? I do know this is true for you all also. Okay, here's the hard one. Let's go with obey. Now, like I mentioned above, of course, this has been removed from the vows of marriage, but it is still a very important vow that we need to observe. Now, I must say, when it comes to the promise of this vow, it is no longer required to the significant other that you are choosing to spend the rest of your life with. However, this vow is very important to ourselves and individual beings. Now, I must confess, this is the hardest one for me. I am a rebel, free-spirited wild man. I can be quite stubborn and bullheaded and hot-headed at times. Okay, I hear you people out there that know me personally. Stop agreeing with me. Let's look at the definition of obey. The term obey, action word, which means to comply with the command, directions, or request of a person or a law, submit to the authority of or to, and to carry out, perform, execute, implement, fulfill, and meet requirements. Wow, I could talk about this one all day concerning me. I have no problem with the second part of the definition of this word obey. Carry out, perform, execute, implement, fulfill, and meet. Yeah, sure, I can do all of that on my terms. In my honest opinion, most recovery addicts mainly, and some sobers, have to struggle with this also. It is the first part of the definition of the word I struggle with big time. And that is to comply with the command and direction or request or a person or a law submitted to the authority of, But I am very transparent, okay? And I can admit to myself, if you cannot follow the whole definition of the word, then you are not going to get the whole benefit of it. I have been working very hard on myself when it comes to submission. It is a major task for me. I don't care how much of a leader you are. We all need to be led by some higher authority than ourselves. Okay, so I am starting this promise off. I promise to try harder to work on being obedient to authority that is over me and not just follow my own rules. Now, hold up. Now remember,